Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Anatomy. A real quick word before we get started. As you know, in my real life, I'm a critical care nurse practitioner, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for heeding the warnings about COVID-19. The social distancing is absolutely working. We are flattening the curve. Hospital admissions are down, and especially ICU admissions are down. So thank you for staying at home. Thank you for watching YouTube videos. There are still places in the United States that are taking a big toll, specifically the Northeast. You know, we've heard a lot about New York City, but now places like New Orleans and many spots in California are also impacted by this. So if you have the ability, please consider donating personal protective equipment to your local hospitals. They are desperately in need of things like N95 masks. So thanks for listening. Let's get on to the video. Hey everybody, it's Sean from Auto Anatomy. Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the 65 Mustang Coupe. It's been a long time since we've had an update on this car, mostly because we've been working on the 66 Thunderbird. Now if you're not familiar with that project, I'll put a link up here so you can check it out. Today we're going to be back on the $300 budget disc brake swap. So in the last Mustang update video, you saw we did the rear brakes, and today we're going to hopefully get all the front brakes done. So this is part 2 of a 3-part series on a $300 four-wheel disc brake swap. Let's get going. Coming back to the bench here, I've got the hub and then the new rotor off. So this is an original drum brake hub, and one of the challenges with using this type of a hub with an 01-02 Mustang GT rotor is that this diameter here is smaller than the diameter of this flange. You can see it just drops down and hits right there. So what we have to do is actually trim this back a little. Now I know some people may be thinking that that may be taking a lot of material off, but this is the same size flange as what's going to be on an 01-02 GT, so it's going to be fine. Looking at the inside diameter of the rotor, it looks like about 5.57 inches. And this is 6.125. So we need to take basically a 1/4 inch off all the way around. We'll knock these studs out, mark it out, and we'll take it over to the bandsaw and cut that 1/4 inch off. Now that this is all marked and dried, I've got my calipers here set to 0.2375 inches, which is the amount that I've got to cut off of the outside here. And all we're going to do is just hold this up against the caliper and scribe. Back on the bench, I've got it all cut out. I did go ahead and hit it with a file just to smooth everything up, make sure it fits. Let's go put it back on the car. So the first step that I'm going to do is measure the diameter of the outside of the hub here, because I think I'm going to make the hole in the center of our bracket large enough to accommodate this. I could make a lot smaller hole here, but that limits the thickness of this metal plate, mounting plate, to about 3/16. And while 3/16 is plenty strong, I don't know that it's strong enough for a front brake bracket. So I can make it out to this size and then make it whatever thickness I want. So that's 2.850. Why don't we go 3 inches to give us a little working room? Just like we did last time for the rear brakes, we're going to start with the template. Now we know that our hole that we're going to cut in is 3 inches, and I just happened to have a 3-inch hole saw. I went over to the car, and just set this on the spindle itself and just kind of rough trace the outline for the pattern. Now this is going to mount going this way, so the caliper is actually going to be like right here. So I'm just going to cut away some of this so I'm working with a little bit less material. I took our bracket to the car and held it up against there, and the bolt holes that are going to hold this bracket on are 3/8 an inch in diameter. So I took a 3/8 inch drill bit and holding this flush up against the mounting hole, just pressed this against the cardboard, and since that's a split point, it marked exactly where my holes need to be. So I've got the spindle off here and got my O2 GT brakes just kind of mocked up on it, and just wanted to show you kind of the rough idea of what we're going to do for the front brake brackets. So here's my template, and so this is going to bolt to the outside of the spindle, and the bracket is going to run right up against the caliper, maybe just a few thousandths shy of it. And then there'll be another plate that bolts from here out to this bracket, and it'll span both bolt holes and bolt to here. So actually be two brackets holding this in place. Let's get to cutting. Alright, so we've got our parts kind of roughly cut out here, and you can see how this is going to work. So we've got a flat plate bolted to the spindle here. We've got our caliper and rudder mounted, and then we've got a secondary plate that's going to bolt to the original caliper. And what we'll do is once everything is trimmed out, then this plate will bolt to this plate, and then the whole assembly will bolt together. And if I need to, I can always shim right under here where these two plates meet. I went ahead and drilled and tapped the bracket and countersunk the holes here for a 1/2-13. And now that we know that this isn't going to move, I can go ahead and start cleaning this up, this whole bracket up. We can go ahead and get the holes drilled for the caliper to mount on. Alright, well, I've got my brackets all cleaned up and painted, and let's get this thing assembled. Fingers crossed it all still works when it goes back together. Alright guys, after a lot of trial and error, we have one finished brake setup. Let me move this around here. We can see we've got our bracket that bolts to the caliper, the bracket that bolts to the existing drum brake spindle. And then we have a secondary bracket that bolts to that bracket, and the 02 Mustang GT caliper bolts to it. And that's how you build do-it-yourself disc brakes for a 65 Mustang using 2002 calipers and rotors. So let's get this installed in the car and see how it looks. Just to recap, we spent $63.29 doing the rear disc brake swap on the Mustang. I've got to give a huge shout out to Steel City Mustangs down in Pueblo because they hooked us up with a 2002 Mustang GT calipers and rotors for only $50. I spent another $41.67 getting some more 3/8 steel plate, tack on another $29.40 for some new hardware from Ace Hardware, and that brings our running total thus far to $184.36. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I have to give a special shout out to Steel City Mustangs down in Pueblo, Colorado. If you are in the southern Colorado area in need of some Mustang parts, check them out. I'll put a link to their YouTube page in the description below. I also have to give a special thank you to all of you guys. Our channel has grown tremendously in the last few months, and it's all because of you. So if you like what you see here, click on that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when all new videos come out. In part 3, we're going to work on the brake booster, run all the lines, and get the air bled out of the system. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.